What's up, guys? Hey, it's Drew with Austin Craft Realty. Today we're talking about the 5 emerging downtown condos in Austin, Texas. Spoiler alert, they're not cheap. They're actually pretty damn expensive. However, if you're trying to get in the middle of one of the hottest cities in America, it could be one of the best purchases you make. So, what are these 5 properties? We'll talk about each of them in depth, but first we'll list them out. The Austin Proper Hotel and Residences. 5th and West, 70 Rainey, the Independent, also known as the Jenga Tower, and the Tyndall. So, let's just jump into it. The Austin Proper, it's the most expensive, y'all. It is, Brandon Frockman knows what I'm talking about. Brandon, the Austin Proper, creme de la creme of Austin luxury. It's pretty much for the 1%. Interior finishes are over the top. Do you want a herringbone wood floor pattern? You got it. Do you want a freaking plunge pool on your balcony? That would be a crisp 500 G's. I'm not kidding y'all, 500 grand for a small balcony pool. But if you have that much money, why the hell not, right? I can't even pronounce the name of the marble that they use for it, but it is a sweet building. It's gonna be a very high status symbol type property. But the views, my gripe are, it's ensconced by 3 buildings on either side. If you're not facing southwest, you have an urban view, which is basically into a nearby office building. So, great sales team there. They're selling them pretty well, but these days we're talking starting price of $747,000 for a 1-bedroom, 921 square foot 1-bedroom. Some quick facts about the Austin Proper: 66 cents a square foot, 33 stories, 98 units total. 2 bedrooms start at 1.275 mil. 3 bedrooms, 1.8. Penthouses, $8.4 million in Austin. Hey, someone's gonna buy it. A lot of these are second homes for very wealthy individuals, and good for them, First off, also, how many units are left? 25 are still available. A lot of these buildings have sold out pretty well. A lot of these buildings only have so much inventory left. It goes straight to contract, 15% down, non-refundable. So be willing to bring some cash to the table. Before we get to the next one, I want to say shout out to Kat, the admin assistant here at Austin Craft Realty. She compiled the stats for these lists and helped me write this post that I'm going to post below, which this video is based off of. So the next pricing tier down, which means we all probably still can't afford it, is 5th and West. Beautiful building, closer to West 6th Street, whereas the Austin Proper is closer to 2nd Street, the bustling 2nd Street district, very walkable, great spot. West 6th Street, you got the bars, a little more breathing room around it, not as much congestion. Michael Shoe Design, he's a famous architect from here in town. He's done a number of great projects. 5th and West has more protected views than the Austin Proper. I love the vibe too. It's kind of like Asian farmhouse type vibe. It's hard to really put your finger on. They have a great sales center that has an interior. This is trucking along. We actually got one of these under contract. Shout out to our agent Zach Sanchez for getting his client in on one of these guys. Capitol View corridor restrictions. Brandon, my boy, knows a lot about those. That limits certain building heights so that the view of the Capitol building, Texas's beautiful capital, which is best in the nation, from certain parts of town, right? Like the Lamar Bridge. So you're gonna have protected views from certain parts of this building. Stats: 56 cents a square foot for HOAs, 39 stories, 154 units total. 1 bedroom starting at $535K for only 652 square feet. So a little higher on the price per square foot. 2 bedrooms, they're sold out, started at 1.2 mil. 3 bedrooms, 1.45. Penthouses, starting price ain't disclosed, but you get 5,000 square feet of living, so not too shabby. 85% sold out on the building. Reservation process is easier than proper, only $1,000 to hold, which is nothing for these buildings. 10% down earnest money. Still pretty darn good. Next building, 70 Rainey Street. So that's the address. It's on Rainey Street, actually right across the street from where I once lived, Sky House, an apartment building on Rainey Street. aka Guy House. Place is a zoo. Anyways, 70 Rainey, beautiful building. Love that sexy black facade. It has some of the best views in downtown and some of the absolute worst views in downtown. So the pricing is going to differ drastically depending on what side of the hall you live on. So Rainey Street, we know it. Some of us love it, some of us not so much. It is basically like Dirty 6th Street for people wearing Patagonia. It has some really cool bars, don't get me wrong, but it is kind of a shit show. So living on Rainey Street, which is essentially kind of a little peninsula sequestered into the southeastern part of downtown Austin, it's really, although it is downtown, it's not that convenient. I can say that from experience from living there. It takes forever to get in and out of the thing. If you want to go drinking, then great, you're set. But sometimes people don't want to go drinking 4 days, 5 days a week. I will give Rainey credit for having the Town Lake Trail entrance right there. If you're really into nature and into drinking, Rainey can be perfect for you. Also, prices are still going to be pretty high. This building, it's luxury-wise pretty much almost on Austin Proper's level. But if you're looking western, you have these incredible views of Town Lake and the downtown skyline. They're going to be pretty much protected. A couple of things being built there in the future. But 70 Rainey, Sackman Enterprises is the developer. 54 cents a foot for HOAs, which is a little better. 34 stories, 164 units, 1 bedroom to 3, and then penthouses. They are 70% sold out, so they still have some availability left. 1 bedroom starting at $465,000 for 718 square feet. These are going to have eastern-facing views, which is basically Rainey Street and I-35. Could be some Rainey Street nightlife noise as well in the equation. So, it's for a certain subsect of buyers who want to be on Rainey Street, who aren't going to be as central, but if Rainey Street's your jam, then by all means, this is a great building. All right, fourth one, the Independent, also known as the Jenga Tower. It's right smack dab in the middle of downtown. It's in the more polished western quadrant of downtown, if you will. It's basically modeled right after a building that's in Jersey City, New Jersey. 55 cents a foot for the HOAs, 58 stories, the largest residential high-rise west of the Mississippi. It's going to be larger, it's going to be taller than the Austonian, which is really interesting. Better price points, more accessible price points as well. A whopping 363 units over at the Independent. Pretty crazy. 1 bedrooms, we still got them. $600,000 for 1,000 square feet. 2 bedrooms, $700 for 1,100 square feet. For downtown, for these new buildings, this is pretty nice. This is going to be at a styling tier below the last 3 that we talked about, but they're still pretty awesome. Minimalist design. Shout out to Urban Space for marketing them. They are almost sold out. 42 units left, so a little over 10% of the units still available. Reservation process for the Independent is 15% down. And finally, the 5th and final downtown building isn't even downtown. Why did I include it? Because it is of the same ilk. It is the Tyndall, which is a fantastic building. We put 4 of them under contract. Shout out to my agents who've done that. It is a beautiful, beautiful building that's 8 stories tall. That is just on the other side of I-35, right at about 11th Street, 10th, 11th Street. So it's on the east side. You can get to all the cool east side spots, even walk to the East 6th Street, but very, very short to a lot of the stuff downtown. However, walking to the middle of downtown from there could be a little tedious. So great if you have the scooter thing going on, super cheap Uber. This has a lot of amazing views as well because it's right across 35 from downtown. So you get I-35, you get downtown in the view from the Tyndall. The prices are gonna be a lot better too. We're seeing 1 bedrooms start at $325K, 571 square feet. They're not huge, more like a junior 1 bedroom, but they're really darn nice. And shoot, for $325, y'all, with those world-class amenities that they have as well, not too shabby. 56 cents a foot, so still pretty good compared to those downtown buildings in terms of HOA costs. Not cheap overall though, not cheap for the east side, but you have an amazing pool, gym, clubhouse, all that good stuff. 2 bedrooms here, starting at $535K, 966 square feet. Penthouse, right around $1 million for 1488 square feet. You get the great view. There's still 69 units available out of a total of 182 units. So still around a third of the building is available at the Tyndall. 8 stories, 182 units, like I said. Reservation process, 5% earnest money with a signed contract, no option period. Close as quick as you can. People have started moving in, so it's basically ready. So love the Tyndall. We have another list of South Central condos that are emerging that I'm happy to share with y'all here. Maybe next week. But just wanted to say, hey, these I have fun. I have fun covering these downtown buildings. They're really nice. Can a lot of us afford them? Let's be honest, no. Can I afford them? No. However, I like a little more space anyways. I like the east side. However, there are beautiful buildings, and if you have the means, I do recommend. They are sexy. But if you want to just rent an apartment downtown, we know some amazing places as well that are less than $2,000 for 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom in like that mid $2,000 tier. So there are many ways to get to downtown Austin. You know, if you want to buy, if you want to rent, hit us up. The great thing about Austin Craft Realty is we do both, and we want to guide you from that rental phase to locking down a piece of Austin, to investing in the city that has brought everyone so much success. So get at us however which way you want to. I'll keep doing these videos. Thanks for watching, and see y'all soon. Bye now.